welcome to Sarah's Stamping Retreat. Today we're going to make this lovely box. It measures 6 1/8 inches by 4 1/8 inches and it's 2 inches deep, so that's 15.7 by 10.5 by 5 centimetres, so it's quite a big box. And you can see there's plenty of room to put lots of goodies in inside. So the top of this box is actually made from one of the Christmas Memories and More cards. So you can see that's this pack here. It's called Wonder of the Season Memories and More card pack on page 31 of the August to December mini catalogue. And the reason that I thought that we would do this today is because you get in the pack some of these gorgeous foiled cards. Now I use most of my Memories and More cards to make actual cards, but this one I didn't really want to cut up or do anything with to make a card, so I thought it would make a nice focal point on the top of a box. So I'm just going to show you some of the Memories and More cards so you can get an idea what you get in the pack, because actually you get loads of stuff. This is actually only half of a pack, so you get double what I'm going to show you. So you get some nice stickers. These are all stickers. You've got Wonder, Believe, Joy, a little reindeer and some stars. These are stickers as well. So you've got quite a lot of nice sentiments there that will go with the cards. So you've got 1 to 25, so you could do an advent calendar, or you could use these through the year for special birthdays, or you could just use the 25 on a Christmas card. So there's quite a lot of possibilities with those, and remember you get 2 each of all of those. And then you get 5 each of all of these smaller cards. So these ones have a tree on one side and May Never Be Too Grown Up to Search the Skies on Christmas Eve on the other side. So you can see these make lovely cards, and you can actually, so ones like this I would pair with the stickers. You can make a nice focal point with the stickers, and this could always be the background. And then just to show you, there are these Memories and More cards that go with these. So you get these nice envelopes with the red foiling. I don't know how well that's going to show up on the camera, but this is red foiling here. And then the actual card blanks have red foiling on them too. So they actually fit with both sets of cards. So you can use these and pop them in the middle, and you get the nice red foiling around the outside. Or if you don't want the red foiling, you can use them with the larger cards, and the larger cards fit over the top. And then there's actually plain ones in the annual catalogue if you just want to do that as well. But back to these. So we've got these ones, so you get 5 of these too. Wishing you holiday cheer this season, and there's just a journaling part on the other side. And these ones have got the words on this side, and this, which is lovely for a sentiment, on that side. Then you've got the holly on the back of here, and this on the front. And then you've got sending wishes from the North Pole, and a pattern on the other side. Then you get these gorgeous foiled cards. So this one is a really lovely focal point. You've got this that you could use as a background and put something else on the top. This is a really lovely one as well that in my mind isn't necessarily for Christmas. We're actually going to use this one on the box today. You can see this one is the other one to the one I've used on the box, because you get 2 of all of these in the pack. And then that's a lovely gold foiled stripy card. And then these cards you get 6 of in a pack, so because I've got half a pack here, I've got 3 of each. So you've got Celebrate the Season with holly on the back. You've got Wishing You Wonder and Joy with a red pattern on the back. And you've got these gorgeous bells with this on the back. So you can see there's tons to do with that pack, and I just wanted to quickly show you those so that you could see how much potential there is in those Memories and More cards. But for today we're going to focus on these focal point cards. So as you can see, I used the red sleigh with a gold lid, and this is cherry cobbler base for this original one. But today I'm going to use this card from the same pack. This is shaded spruce and gold, so we're going to make a shaded spruce and gold box to go with it. So it's actually a nice simple box to create. I've got a piece of gold cardstock here. This is for the lid, and this measures 9¼ by 7¼ inches, which is 23½ by 18.4 centimetres. And I am going to score that at ½ inch, at 1½ inches, at 7¾ inches, and at 8¾ inches on the long side. And as usual, all these measurements will be on my blog. And in centimetres, that is 1.3, 3.8, 19.6 and 22.2 centimetres. Then on the short side, I'm going to score at ½ inch, at 1½ inches, at 5¾ inches, and at 6¾ inches. And that's 1.3, 3.8, 14.5 and 17.1 centimetres. So while I've got my scoreboard out, we're just going to score the bottom as well. So this piece of shaded spruce cardstock measures 10⅛ of an inch by 8⅛ of an inch, and that is 25.6 by 20.6 centimetres. And we're just going to score that 2 inches on each side. So that's 5 centimetres on each side. So then we're just going to make the base first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up one side of each of these squares. It doesn't really matter which side it is, you just want to go up to the score line here, but you just want one side on each square. And then you just want to cut a little notch off the side of each one. So then we're creating some little flaps. So if you're going to do things like this, box making or fussy cutting or anything like that, I would recommend that you get a really nice sharp pair of scissors. I'll link these ones below because they're really good, but lots of brands do good ones. They're really sharp and pointy at the ends. They cut right to the end and they give you a really precise cut. So really nice to work with. You just don't get the same results if you don't have a good pair of scissors. So then we're just going to fold all of the score marks. If you don't have nails, then use a bone folder, but I just use my nails. And then we just want to put some tape. So you want it on the outside of the flap because it's going to go like that. And you want a piece that is really close to the score line. And then just do a piece further down to keep it in place. You can absolutely use your Tombow glue, any wet glue that has a decent hold to it. I'm just using tape for speed here so that I don't have to hold it in place, but your Tombow and your other glues will do really well. The only thing to look for in a glue when you're box making is that you use something like the Tombow where it dries reasonably quickly, so you're not there all day, and it has a good hold so that it will stay together nicely. Right, so then I'm just going to make the bottom of my box up, so we can just undo the tape And then you just want this side just to line up with the crease, and do that on all 4 corners. So there's our base completed. So let's bring in our lid again. So what we're going to do on each corner, this is quite difficult to see, so I hope it shows up on the screen. So you just want to cut up to the first crease here, and then we're going to cut this corner off, and then we're going to cut up to the crease again here and again here. And then you just want to cut up one side of that, so we make a flap in the corner. So you've got this step shape and then a flap. So that's up to the first line and chop that piece off, and then up to this line again and chop that piece off. So you're just working along the score lines, and then we just want a corner out of that as well. So we're just going to repeat that in all the corners. I just forgot to cut the flap on this, so I'm going to go back and do that. And then what you want to do is just cut a notch out of each side, just the same as we did on the base. So you just want a notch out of each side of the flap, and then you want a notch off each of these end pieces as well. So you're just going up to the first score line with your notches. Then you just want to go through and fold across all the score lines again. And with the foil paper, particularly if you're using a bone folder, you just want to make sure you're not too hard on it, just in case you scrape off the foil. Because as you can see, it's like a cardboard with a foil top. I don't think any foil is foil paper all the way through. I think it's always a coating on the top. But you don't want to scrape the foil off. I mean, it's pretty sturdy, but you just want to be a bit careful. Right, so then, similar to we did last time, we're just going to go round and put the tape on all the little flaps. And then we can just go round and do like we did with the first box. Just line up that score line with the edge there, all the way round. And then I'm just going to pop some tape on the inside of these flaps. Then I'm just going to peel these off and glue them down like this. And that not only reinforces the box, so it makes the lid stronger, but it also just makes it finished a bit nicer. So rather than having a raw edge, you've got the nice folded edge on show. So now we're just going to flip that over, and we're going to put this on top. I'm going to use the tape because that's what I've got to hand, but you could use glue, or you could even use the foam pads if you want it to pop up a little bit. Right then, I'm just going to pop that on here. Just try and line it up nicely. There we go. And then the moment of truth, popping it on the bottom. It just fits really nicely. It's a really snug fit, look. So this is our lovely shaded spruce box. Let's bring in the cherry cobbler one as well. So I hope you enjoyed today's project. If you did, I'd really appreciate you clicking like below. You can also click subscribe below and then you'll see all my future projects come up. If you turn on the notifications button as well, then you're more likely to see them come up as I release them. If you want to purchase any of the projects that we used today, they're all linked in the description below. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon.